Hi, this is Florian from Quality Guru, where I answer your questions and share knowledge about quality management. Today we'll talk about what is total quality management. Total quality management can be defined in many different ways, but if you look into the major big organization, how they define it, you will find almost the same definitions everywhere. You can look in the ISO 9001, you will find the same elements, and you can look on the web pages of major organizations like, for example, the American Society of Quality Management. And what is total quality management? What does it mean? In general, it means that when we look at quality of our company, the output of our products and services, that we don't only look at the person who is giving the service or the product itself, but we look at the whole organization completely as a big system which is influencing each other. We understand the relationship and we fine-tune this organization in the best way in order to give us always consistent results. And here are basically 8 points which are always mentioned when we read about total quality management. They always come up. And the first point is customer focus. So an organization to deliver good quality needs to be customer focused. That means we need to take our customer in the focus and take them as a reference point, because the whole purpose of the organization is to serve the customer, to solve a problem from the customer. And if we want to have a sustainable business with the customer, we need to ensure that we understand the requirements and that we meet the needs of our customer. So the customer has to be in the focus. Then a second point is leadership. Leadership means all the people who are coordinating the activities in the company. And this starts from the top to the middle, then to the bottom. So here the top leaders need to set the direction, the right mission and vision, and they need to put quality on the agenda by letting the organization know on a daily basis, on a regular basis, that quality is a very important factor in everything what the organization is doing, engaging the people, training the people, giving the resources so that they can do their job and be a total quality management company. Another aspect, point number 3, is that we are following a process approach. It was found out that when companies were following a process approach, it was much easier to reach their result, and it enabled a lot of learning and continuous improvement in the company. What does it mean? It means that we look at our company, we see what kind of results we want to get, and then we walk our way backwards and see what activities are needed to be done in order to ensure that we always get this result. And this will lead to a process. That means a step-by-step recipe what we have to follow. First do this, then I do this, then I do this, then I do this, which we can follow, where we can instruct our people to do it, we can define it, we can measure it, and once we are not reaching our final result, we can then go back in the process and see where did we fail, why did we fail, what can we do better, and we can take the actions, we can make the improvements in order to change our way of working and get a little bit better every time we make a mistake. Then point number 4, a very important factor is our employee involvement and engagement. So an organization is much more than its product or its service. It's all the people who are working together in a harmonized, coordinated way towards our final objective. And here it's very important that the people are on board, that the people are knowing what is important, that they have the right training, that they are motivated, that they feel committed to the purpose of the organization, that they're clear about what is their role and responsibility in the organization. So it's very important, get the people on board. Then if the people are on board and working together as a team with transparency, honesty and trust, then there's a high likelihood that your organization will have the chance to become a total quality management company. The next point, number 5, is a systematic management approach. Systematic management approach means that we see the company not only as a one-to-one relationship. We understand that the company is a system interacting between the different functions and departments, between the people inside the company and outside the company, all the different stakeholders. And always when we have a problem and when we want to find a solution, we take these relationships into consideration in order to build sustainable and sound ecological solutions to our problems, and by this get better and better on the long term and in a sustainable way. Next point, number 6, is continuous improvement. So a company which is not improving is actually getting worse every day. It's falling behind because everybody is moving forward. The world is changing. The environment is changing. So we need to constantly learn and adapt. And this continuous improvement process needs to be ingrained within the DNA of the organization, that we always want to learn, we always want to get better, we always challenge ourselves to take the next step and make gradual or radical improvements in order to get better, satisfy our customer, reduce waste, and solve our problems in a more efficient way. The 7th point is fact-based decision making. Fact-based decision making means that we should not take our decision based on our gut feeling, how we feel today. Do you feel bad today, so we take bad decision today? No, we should take our decisions based on data and scientific analysis. So the first thing we need to do is to collect data, measure everything what we are doing, what is key for our organization, and get data established, history data, track records, to see that if we have a problem, and when we have a problem, to first gather this data and take it into consideration, that we are not only taking decisions based on our gut feeling, but based on data, because only data is objective. Everybody can look at the data, will come to the same conclusions, and this is the most objective way to take decisions. Of course, there could be situations where gut feeling is needed, but in general, when we talk about how to manage our company, if we only base it on gut feeling, there's a high risk that our gut one day might be wrong. So base your decisions in data and do the decisions based on the facts. And finally, point number 8 is mutual supplier relationship, mutual beneficial supplier relationship, and maybe even mutual beneficial stakeholder relationship. That means that the company is in alignment with all the organizations, companies, neighbors, government, whatsoever, to be able to work this company in a sustainable way. Why do we need sustainable supplier relationships, for example? Because if we don't have them, and we're changing our suppliers all the days, all the time, we will get in trouble because we will see variation. Maybe one supplier understood after 1 or 2 or 3 years actually what I really need, and now I'm changing the supplier to another one because it was a little bit cheaper, but I have to go through all this learning again, and maybe there will be a lot of mistakes which will affect my company, the quality level, maybe my cost structure, and it could be that I even pass these problems on to my final customer because I cannot deliver on time, I cannot give the right quality level what is needed. Maybe there are other problems what could happen, but to have the supplier stable is one of the bases that my organization and my business can run stable, and this increases the likelihood that also my customer will get a stable output from my side. So let me know in the comment what you think about those 8 points. Are they complete? Do you have different experience, or do you totally agree with this? Thank you very much for watching, and I see you in the next video.